We have the homepage working as a PHP file, processing a little bit of code to handle the title tag and the date in the footer. Now we're ready to add some new pages. Be sure to have your htdocs directory open in your text editor. Let's create a new file for the contact page, contact.php. There's quite a bit of HTML that will be the same across all the pages of our store, which you can see here in index.php. Most notably, the header with its logo and menu, as well as the footer with its social media links and copyright statement.
Your first inclination might be to copy that code from index.php and paste it into contact.php. But generally speaking, duplicating code is not what you want to do. If you copy the same code into two places, you'd have to make any future changes in both places. It's all too easy to overlook one of those places, and then parts of the site that should look the same end up diverging. If we were just using static HTML files, we'd have a difficult time achieving this. But since we're using PHP, we can put all that common code into one place. With our t-shirt store, we could put the logo and the menu into their own file, and then we could dynamically include them at the top of every page.
Let's create a new PHP file to contain the header. Files like this are called include files because they get included in other PHP files. It's often a good idea to put files like this in their own folder. Let's create one. I usually name this folder includes, or inc for short. Let's create a file in that folder called header.php. We'll put in this file all the code from index.php that will be the same across all the pages. Let's start at the opening HTML tag and go all the way down to here. This includes the logo and the navigation. The image of Mike the Frog and a list of latest shirts is specific to the home page, and we'll leave that here. We'll cut this code from index.php and paste it in our header file. One of the items in this file is a link to the contact page, which we have now created. Let's update that link from # to contact.php. With the header moved to an include file, we'll need to write some PHP code to bring that header into the other pages. The PHP command for this is include. Let's add an opening PHP tag and a space at the top of our file, followed by the command include. Inside a pair of parentheses, you then reference the file using a relative path, a quotation mark, followed by the folder name, a slash, the file name, and then another quotation mark. End the command with a semicolon, a space, and a closing PHP tag. We want this same header in the contact page, so let's copy this PHP command and paste it into contact.php. This page will have slightly different HTML below the header, a div with two classes, section and page, and an h1 tag with the heading contact. Let's switch back over to the browser now and refresh the home page. You shouldn't have noticed any change. We're now using two PHP files to generate the HTML for this instead of just one, but the final HTML that gets generated is the same. We can now click on the link here to navigate to contact.php. When the contact page loads, you'll see the same menu as the home page, included from header.php, with the headline found in contact.php below.
We're making some really good progress here, with two different PHP files using one common include file for some shared code. Up next is a quiz with a few questions on what we've covered so far. After that, we'll extend this approach to add another new page and another include file.